If you ever come across a children's book called Nighttime Story 4, don't let your kids read it. I was sorting through the belongings left behind by the previous owners, trying to declutter and make the space my own. It was bound in faded blue fabric. The title, Nighttime Story 4 inches embossed in gold on the cover. There was no author listed and the book seemed oddly out of place among the other items. Everything else was mundane, but this book had an eerie, almost sinister quality to it. The pages were yellowed with age, and as I flipped through them, I noticed the illustrations were unsettling. They were dark, and the characters depicted had strange, twisted expressions. It seemed like a typical old children's book, but with a disturbing edge. I planned to donate the book, thinking it might be a collector's item or a forgotten classic. But curiosity got the better of me. I decided to read a few pages, just to see what kind of story it contained. The story began innocuously enough. It was about a little girl named Lily who went on adventures in her dreams. Each night, she visited fantastical worlds and met curious creatures. But as the pages turned, the content grew darker. The dreams became nightmares, and the creatures Lily encountered were no longer friendly. They were grotesque, and their eyes seemed to follow me as I read. The narrative took a twisted turn. Lily began to struggle to wake up from her dreams, finding herself trapped in an ever-darkening world. The illustrations depicted her desperate attempts to escape, and with each failed attempt, the scenes grew more disturbing. It was as if the book itself was pulling me into its macabre reality. I tried to put the book down, but something compelled me to keep reading. The final pages were the most alarming. They described Lily's final, horrifying realization. She was never truly awake. The boundary between her dreams and reality had blurred beyond repair. The illustrations were nightmarish, showing Lily's face contorted in terror, her eyes wide with a mixture of fear and resignation. When I reached the end, the book abruptly stopped. The final page was a drawing of Lily's bedroom, but it was different from the rest. It was my own room, with my own bed and the exact same pattern on the wallpaper. The book was oddly prophetic. It wasn't just a story, it felt like a warning. I thought about showing the book to my kids, but the thought of them reading it sent a shiver down my spine. The story had left me with an unsettling feeling, and I couldn't shake the sense of dread that clung to me. That night, I decided to keep the book hidden. I placed it in a sealed box and stored it in the farthest corner of the attic. I didn't want to take any chances. The book was far too disturbing to be casually read or to risk exposing my children to its sinister contents. Weeks passed, and life went on. I almost forgot about the book until one night when my daughter came to me with a curious look in her eyes. She had been rummaging through the attic and had found the sealed box. She asked if she could look inside. Panic surged through me. I quickly told her it was just old things and that she should leave it alone. She looked disappointed but accepted my explanation. Later that night, as I was tucking her into bed, she whispered, "I had a weird dream, Daddy. I saw a little girl named Lily, and she was really scared. She was trying to wake up, but she couldn't." My heart sank. It couldn't be a coincidence. The story from the book seemed to have bled into her dreams, or perhaps it was never meant to be a simple story at all. I decided then that the book would remain sealed away forever. Some things are better left undiscovered. The tale within was not just fiction. It was a dark force that I didn't want my family to encounter again. If you ever come across a book like Nighttime Story 4, don't let your kids read it. It may just invite something sinister into your lives, something that can linger far beyond the pages.